Okay, got it, Joe.
Okay.
Yep. Dale. Dale, are you there?
What? I'm sleeping here.
Wait.
I'm learning new habits of health.
Yeah, but we need to Zoom about it right now.
What? Come on. I'm trying to learn a new habit here. I'm trying to pick up a new habit and you're waking me up.
Yeah?
What's wrong with this picture?
Nothing. We want you to talk to us.
Oh, I was trying to knock out two things right now.
Yeah, well, not at the same time this time.
Sleep and stress relief. But the stress,
Okay.
the stress relief didn't go that well. I tell you why. You ever go to sleep and you're so desperate to dream about something that you try to talk yourself into doing it before you fall asleep? Well, I really concentrated hard. I wanted to dream about Marilyn Monroe, and I thought that'd be a great stress relief.
Okay.
But it turned out to be a nightmare.
And you want me to respond?
It was a nightmare. I ended up with Phyllis Diller. Oh, devastating.
Okay. So Dale has sleepwear on. Does anybody else have their jammies on?
Yes, I do.
Who's that?
This is Mary Ann. Mary Ann, I'm a whole hour ahead of you, I guess.
Yay. We're glad you made it on.
Yeah, I tried to call you earlier, I guess. I'm back here on the East Coast, so
Yeah.
I was too early.
Okay.
And it's my bedtime.
It is close to your bedtime. So
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad you made
Pretty
it.
close.
You're in Ohio, right?
That's right.
Okay.
Yeah. And
right.
it's cold and snowy. Very snowy tonight.
Okay. Well, then you'll be ready for bed. You got your jammies on. And who else has their jammies on? I'm the only other one? Okay.
I have my jammies on.
Hey, Dale. Okay. This is my Mickey Mouse. And he's yawning. See him?
I can't see you because I had to get on the phone.
So Stacy and Teresa should remember this nightshirt because when we went to Disneyland last year and I went in the Disney store, this was my Mickey Mouse nightshirt. So, all right, everybody. I'm glad that you all made it. And this is week 4. And the focus this week is healthy sleep and healthy mind or mindfulness. So that's what we want to talk about tonight, and that's why the jammies. I was thinking I didn't have a nightcap, but I see Dale's got his, so we're good to go there. Okay. Yes. Okay. So what I want to do is talk about what we've been focusing on all week: the healthy sleep and the healthy mindfulness. So let me just share a couple things with you here. So bear with me while we jump over. And let me share a couple of slides. So what I want to do is just to kind of remind everybody, get everybody in the mood here. Week 4, healthy sleep, healthy mind. And I've got 4 examples here on this page. And these you have seen during the challenge, and each one had a little something with it. So when you look at these, let's just take a look at that first one. It's, Marianne, you can't see these, but it looks like a clock, and it's divided into sleep, work, sport, and leisure. So what do you think that's an example of? Healthy sleep or healthy mind? Anybody?
Combination of both.
You know, it could be, couldn't it?
Sleep.
Yeah.
But they were using it and focusing on sleep, so that it would show that you do get enough sleep in, but you still have time for other things. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
How about the second one that has all these words in it? You'll see sleep, sack time, hypersomnia, apnea, delta, beta, bed. What's that an example of?
Sleep.
Sleep. Yep. And,
Sleep, sleep, sleep.
and if you guys want to go back, you know, you can always go back and look at the tips associated with healthy sleep. And, okay, this third one is the brain, represents the brain, two cells of the brain, and it looks like a lot of little electron connections in there. What's that one an example of?
Healthy,
Mind.
What?
healthy mind.
Me-
Actually, this one, it could go either way as well, but this one was under the sleep. And the thinking was, the commentary that went with it was, when you get sleep, the importance of giving your mind a chance to reconnect. It does a reconnect. It does a kind of like a data storage. It really allows for everything to get put into place, a memory storage and all of that. So what I'm really trying to get across here is that, you know, when we all started this challenge, whether it was this time or last time, we think about losing weight. But what we've been learning for the past, what is it, 24 days, we've been learning how important our mind is and our sleep, and how it does affect our eating habits, our attitude for the day, and everything else. So to me, those have been really interesting with the brain and how that works when you're sleeping. Okay, this last one, Marianne, for you, you can't see it, but it's a guy, and he's kind of blurry, kind of fuzzy, and he looks rather angry. What do you think, anybody, what do you think that's an example?
He's going to bed with some stress on his mind.
Well, could be. Kind of blurry, kind of foggy. What do you think that is? Anybody else? Here's the wording that went along with that one, is that, you know, the fuzzy brain. If you're not getting the sleep that you need, you have a fuzzy brain. So that was an example of kind of having a fuzzy brain there. So, and by the way, welcome. I see you joined us. Hi. Okay, let's take a look at this next example. So again, this week 4, we're talking healthy sleep and healthy mind. And so with the healthy mind, this is a clue. We had a lot more things that were less pictures and more words. So here were a couple of them. Believe you can, love yourself. What do you think those are examples of?
Healthy mind.
Healthy mind, okay, good, good. And then there's one that is showing a calendar, and the words think positive are written into each and every day on that calendar.
Mm.
Again,
Positive mind thinking.
healthy mind, right, okay. And then I want to make sure that you caught these two in the video this week, or pardon me, the webinar this week, Monday.
Yes.
Lydia did it, and she talked about a website that you can go to, and it's called Calm, CALM.com. And how many of you had a chance to go out there? Anybody look at that? Okay. If you haven't, you should. It's kind of fun. And if you just have a couple minutes at your desk, pull that up. It can be very relaxing. And the second one I wanted to just make note of, this is one that I talked about in our last challenge, and I want to bring it up again. For those of you who use your phone a lot, there is a free phone app, and it's called ANANDA, Ananda. And this is actually, the speaking voice is Deepak Chopra. And there's a couple of free pieces in there, and then if you want to go further, you can pay for some. But the whole idea is there's many ways to help keep your mind healthy. So remember all of these, and sometimes you want to just make these available. Put that calm.com as a favorite and go and take a look at it. Okay? Any questions on any of those examples of either the healthy sleep or the healthy mind?
No?
Okay. All right. Let me come back. Get back in our gallery view here. Okay. And so what I wanted to do is just see, we've had 24 days now. And I kind of got you thinking about them. But what has been a favorite thing that you've either learned or you were reminded about from a healthy sleep tip?
Healthy sleep? Okay.
Teresa's ready. Oh, wait a minute. You get it, Stacy? Okay, there you go.
Bedtime ritual.
The bedtime ritual?
Right. Getting yourself the routine of doing it.
Okay. Great.
And it counts like 2 hours for every hour before midnight. Never heard? Do you hear that?
No.
Oh, I must have heard that on Dr. Oz then. Okay.
Wait, what is it that happens for 2 hours?
Well, every hour before midnight counts as 2 hours of sleep.
Oh,
That's Dr. Oz.
okay. I'll have to look that up. I didn't hear Dr. A say it.
Well, when you go in your deepest sleep.
Yeah. Okay. Anybody else? A healthy sleep one you remember that you like?
The one I picked up this week I've never heard before was only take 10-minute naps if you can help it. Because when I drove school bus, I would come home and halfway between I would kind of take a half hour, 45 minutes sleep. And now I learn I'm doing it wrong, so
There you go.
better to sleep all night versus napping all day.
There you go. Okay. Anybody else with a healthy sleep?
Well, I think a lot depends on the job you're doing or the kind of work. I mean, you know, whatever the times you have to go to bed or what time you have to get up. And for
Okay.
get your 8 hours in.
Yes.
Main thing, schedule your whole life around it, pretty much.
Okay. But what
We've
reminds
had
me,
to,
when you say that, Marianne, is the importance of that routine.
pardon me?
And- Right? So going to bed at the same time and getting up at the same time.
Yeah, I think you got to get in a good routine.
Okay? Which, for anybody, I don't know if there's anybody, I don't think there's anybody on here that does shift work. The people that do shift work and then trade off and like work nights and then work days and then work nights, it's really hard on your body to get.
Yes, it is. Mm. My neighbor does, and she can't, you know, it just really wears on her because of, and older she gets, the harder it gets to
It's
do
extra
that.
hard. Yep, I have.
Yeah, early times or then late and then back in the next day early.
Yeah,
That's pretty hard.
it is. Okay. All right, well, let's switch to healthy mind. So are there any others about healthy mind that you guys like? Some that I didn't talk about there.
No
Stacy?
dirty thoughts.
Yeah, it's not one that they mentioned this week, but it's one that I like. It's whether you think you can or you think you can't, you're right.
Wait, Stacy, can you say that again a little bit louder?
Yes. Whether you think you can or you think you can't, you're right.
Oh, okay, yeah. Very good. Good point. Okay. Anybody else with healthy mind?
The one thing that I can't get over right now is using food as a reward and food fill in the blank. I see myself, like my project here in Philadelphia coming to an end, and the thing that popped in my head was, hey, let's celebrate the end of the project with the Philadelphia pretzel. No, that's just food as reward. And how am I going to change this mindset that I have as using food as blank instead of as fuel only?
Excellent. Anybody else experience what Joe's talking about?
Yeah, you want to reward yourself, and I fall in that trap too.
Okay.
I'm not saying it personally, but it's in my mind.
A healthy mind.
I wish it were a healthy mind. Yeah.
I think that's pretty common. for most of us that is the way we were raised. It is society. You get together with people over eating. You know, even when you try, I was thinking about things like, even if you get together with a team to celebrate, you do something like Top Golf, well, there's all this eating and drinking that goes along with it, even though there's exercise. So it really is a society thing as well as just our own personal, you know, trying to get over it. But one of the things when it is just you is, you know, there's a lot of little suggestions about getting yourself a reward that's a non-edible reward, like a book or a CD or a DVD, or for women, maybe it's a pedicure or a manicure or something like that. Something that is a reward to you, you know, that's not edible is really important. And reinforce it. If you say you're going to do it, really do it. And it'll take a while. But that's a real good one, Joe. I agree. It's been a tough one. Okay.
You know, part of the battle is recognizing that this is an issue and then being aware of it and having it in the mind so that I recognize when the thought comes to my head or the emotion or whatever it is, or the accomplishment and the things that go through my mind. Being able to recognize that is half the battle, so that I can stop, challenge, and choose to use food as energy, as the body, energize my body versus as a reward.
Yes, yes. So just the fact of getting these little reminders of these tips and talking about it with a group like this and being aware of it that way, it's got to be helping, because it's just an extra little, like you said, that stop, challenge. Oh, wait a minute, I know what this is. This isn't real. This is just those old feelings, those old habits, and we can break them.
Right.
So, great. Great. Anybody else have something else about healthy mind that they want to bring up and share? Ernest, even though you can't talk to us, you can type us. You can chat if you want. I know you're muted, but you can type us something. He's like, oh, Neva. While you're doing that, I'm going to turn to Marianne, because Marianne made a statement this week about she learned something new. She is learning lots of new things. So share one other thing. It doesn't necessarily have to be healthy mind or healthy sleep. And what is it?
Doesn't have to be healthy. Oh, I've learned quite a bit about the water intake, which I've never really had a problem with, but I find more and more reasons why we need to drink water, and it's, like I said, now it's even easier.
Great.
And it does make a difference where you are, and you always just got to plan ahead and have it with you, because I know if you travel, it's hard.
Great.
But I found the ice water is really, I like the taste of ice water better. So that's helped, and I didn't realize how it affects our breathing. And well, I knew about our skin and all that stuff, but like I said, there's just been a lot of other things I've learned.
Wonderful.
My husband still has a hard time with water, but
you're helping him.
And
right?
I thought, pardon me?
You're helping him.
Oh, I hope so, but I don't know.
That's what I hear. Okay. Well,
You hear?
you
I'm trying. I've been trying.
Okay. Well, Marianne, you couldn't see what we were doing, but what we did when you mentioned water, we kind of have a little thing on our Zoom call where we all hold up our water bottles, and everybody should have one. And everybody does. I love seeing this, and we all take a drink when somebody talks about water on these Zooms. So thank you.
Yeah, I know. I just went over and filled my glass.
All right. Very good.
It's a constant thing, and then it is right. It's constant going, getting rid of it too, but then that's okay too.
Yes, it is. And there's a little tip there. Bob, you should be familiar with this tip, and that is we want to stop drinking a couple hours before we go to bed so that we're not up all night, right?
I can't stop.
You can't stop?
Because, well, no, the last thing I have to do is take my blood pressure medicine, and it's a diuretic, and I do take it just before I go to bed.
Okay.
But anyway, it's okay. I got that program too. Every 2 hours I get up.
Okay. Well, thank you very much for getting on the call tonight, Marianne, and thank you for sharing. We do appreciate that.
You're welcome.
Okay. All right, Ernest, coming back to you. Did you you can't send anything? Can't type it? Down at the bottom, there should be a place that says chat. There, Joe just sent a message. Now you can respond to him.
I don't have a smartphone. I don't have all that stuff, so.
No, you won't have this. You'll just have to kind of hang on with us here for a minute, Marianne.
Okay.
Ernest is in the room next to Ann, and Ann is on a client call, so he can't have his speaker on. But I don't want him to miss out on being a part of our Zoom. I'm not going to let him not be a part of the Zoom. So I see that little smile on his face like that, Neva. He's making me do this. Yay! Hello from Ernest. Listening well, not missing a thing. Yay! All right. All right. Very good. Super, super. All right. Well, you guys, we've got 2 more weeks. So from everybody, we've got 2 more weeks on the challenge. And so what I want to ask is, I don't know if all of you have weighed in this week or not, but assuming most of you probably have, how many of you are on track for your weight goal? Just the weight goal. How many are on track? You already made it or you're going to make it for a couple more weeks. Hands up again.
I'm not sure I'm going to make it, but I'm going to get.
Bob, you're not
keep
sure?
working at it.
Bob, where's your hand?
It's got to be 10 pounds for 6%, and it's a hill.
It's a hill, okay. So 5 pounds a week for the next 2 weeks for you, huh?
Yeah.
Okay, it's gonna be a struggle. Okay. I saw Joe, I saw Dale, I saw Stacy. Teresa, did I see you? Yeah, okay. Mark? Tammy? You gonna make it? Okay. Ernest?
Yeah, he raised his hand.
Okay, all right. Got the point. No, he's got the point. He doesn't have the weight. Okay, all right. That's my next question. Who's going to make it who's got the points already, or they're going to make the points in time?
Well, I got the points in, but
Marianne,
I'm keep working on this.
You're working on it. Okay. Okay, good. Well, keep them in mind, guys, because, I love of everything that we're learning and sharing and meeting new people. But Joe's got, you got 2, you don't have 2,000 yet.
I'm going to get
You're
2,000.
going to get your 2,000. Okay, all right.
Oh, yeah.
Everybody else is going to have to get 1,000. Joe's got to get 2,000. But what I was going to say is, remember, this has been a lot of fun and all of that. But okay, Tammy is 985. Mark is 960. Oh, very close. You guys will be there in no time. Okay, good. But I'd love to see everybody get their ante money, the money that you put in, and then whatever you're going to get back. Last time we got it doubled. This time I don't know. It's a bigger group, but I know people are falling out just like they did last time. So I'm hoping that. So don't stop short. Everybody keep going. We've got 2 more weeks to go. So, okay. So, yes. Oh, I thought somebody.
I kind of moaned.
Here's the last thing. Any question anybody has about the challenge so far, or any issues or problems?
I've got a question here. I'm having difficulty motivating the people that I invited to the challenge to actually participate. And I've had personal conversations with at least one of them. And the other, I've had email conversations, and they seem to be locking on and getting points or sharing anything.
Okay.
How can I motivate them to participate?
Okay, I'm going to turn back to our audience and see if there's anybody else that wants to take a shot at that before I say anything. Stacy or Teresa, do you have any ideas? No. Okay. Mark, Tammy?
You look like a personal representation of a motivation.
Yeah, I mean, I've showed them my before and after pictures, and I've talked to them about my process, and I definitely have motivated them to join. But taking these next steps, how do we get them to log on every day and learn all this great stuff?
Anybody else want to say anything to give Joe an idea? Yeah, Stacy.
Yeah, and the only thing I can say is, it's like anything else, if they're not ready, they're not ready. We've done the same thing. We've contacted our folks, not had any success. So I think if maybe they joined the challenge for some reason, and whatever that reason was, is just not important to them anymore.
Could be. Okay.
I think that's something you might have to approach them with, is ask them their why. Why did you get interested in it? Try to bring it back to the reason they initially signed up, and see if you can't motivate them by getting them to admit why they came on board to begin with. So it takes a little bit of skill to ask the why questions, because you have to ask questions, and we're not comfortable doing that a lot of times. So,
Believe it or not, I did have the why conversation today with the one guy that is working here with me. So I've had that conversation at least with him. Yet he still has just over 200 points, and it's disappointing. But because I see that he can really get a lot out of this if he were to participate.
Well, let me jump in. It is disappointing, and I think you'll find it when you coach people too. And like Stacy said, sometimes they're just not ready. But the only other thing I would suggest on this challenge is just share with them that this is an incredible amount of information that people are getting basically for free. And the coaching from being on the challenge wall, being in the team wall, the support system, all of the tips, the readings, the videos, how important all of that is to them. That, you know, we really hope that they would see it that way and take advantage of it. So that would be the one thing that I would say. And Ernest, thank you for that. We got your message. I think everybody saw that. So Ernest says he may take doing challenge a second time. I have more points this time than last time. So just to read that aloud so Marianne could hear that too. But the other thing is just, I would just mention it again a couple times. The people that I was waiting for, I thought sure were going to be on tonight. It was somebody who started strong, had a little trouble, and then just kind of let it go. And we had a big talk yesterday, and I thought sure she was going to be on here. So I know what you're saying and feeling. I was kind of bummed, but don't let up on them. When they're ready, they'll come in. Just let them know that it's been a wonderful experience for you and all the people that you've met out there on the show. So. Okay, anybody have anything else they want to share tonight? Any questions or comments? You know, I
don't think so.
Okay, last week I also asked people to talk about celebration. So I would only have 1 or 2 minutes left. Is there anybody that wants to celebrate anything this week having to do with the challenge?
I can celebrate.
Okay.
For the first time since I was in junior high, I can fit in 32-inch size waist pants.
oh,
32. That's amazing.
32 there.
Everybody. All right. That is a big celebration. Okay. Anybody else with the celebration? Okay, then I'm going to say let's go ahead and close it up tonight. Remember, next week we're going to do Wednesday again, same time, 8 o'clock, and I hope we see all of you here and many more. All right, everybody, go have a great week, and I'll see you out on the wall. Bye.
All right. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye, Mark and Tammy.